So introduction for our app is the Task Tracker app. I'd like to welcome you to demo the Task Tracker app. So basically this is an application where we have create a user and the user can create an interface for himself with user password authentication. And inside of the Task Tracker app, they're able to create, update, and delete their task
Mm,
once they create their tasks. If you're
yeah.
able to demo it. My name is Ahmed Al-Sali, and I'll have Tariq Farsa as well demoing it for us. He'll be demoing the functionality right now.
Okay, so we're gonna start with creating a user. You could just give it an email. In this case, we do UT at example.com and then 12345 6 and then 12345 6 and that would be the password. And that's how the user sign up. Obviously, you can see here there's a transition between the sign up screen and when the user logs in. Then we have the ability to create a task. So we say task one. Description will be our first task, and then we'll pick any date for that matter, and then we'll hit submit. And as you can see, we do have the first task. We can edit the task. Let's say we want to have it as task number 5. We can edit it and it will save. We can log out and that will bring back to the welcome back screen where we can log in. So UT Austin at example.com 12345 6. And by the way, since we did create a task, we also got a notification for that. So it says here notify user notified. Um, we can also delete task. So if I hit delete, it will delete this task. And then if I want to make another task, let's say task 7, um, we could say the 7th task, and we could make this due on the next month. And that will work. Let's try adding another task. So task 9, the 9th task, and then we can make it for after 2 months. And now as you can see, it's added. Now, what if the user logs in with a different account? So let's try signing up with UT Austin to distinguish the first one and the second one. We just have gonna the number 2, and it's the same password. So when the user sign up, they get a different screen, and that's because every task is tied to the user. So if we log out now and log into the first user, so UT Austin at examples.com 12345 6, you would see the task. So we did have the notification service, which is a major functionality. You can see it here. We did have the ability to edit, update, and create tasks, and we have the user authentication. So that's mostly it for the demo. I'm gonna pass it back to Ahmed for just like the challenges and everything we went through for this app.
Yeah, so challenges we went through was when we were basically creating the functionality for swapping the strings into JSON inside of the Task Tracker app. We had to basically make sure that the constructor was reading the JSON, formatting it, and sending it back. Another one was when we were doing the authentication. A challenge we had there was making sure it worked for user password interface. And for the calendar, it was a challenge to make sure that it started on the right date. But once after we ironed out all these blunders that we had, we were able to create the functionality and they all went and tested as planned. That's all we had. And if we
Mhm.
want, you have any quick things to wrap up on, Tariq?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, this took like a lot of time just figuring out the notification service as well, because that was also challenging and the documentation they had were deprecated. Like the functions they had and the services they had were deprecated. So we kind of have to do like a quick, like it took us like a day or two to do the research and figure out how to do the notification part.
Yeah, overall it took us about, want to say 6 weeks for